Alright guys, Uncle Craig here on the Bonnock, and standing next to my water tank project that I did when I first moved in. Those of you who saw that video, you know I built this thing. Basically kind of modeled it after I think it was John Dye's channel. He used plastic buckets, but I just kind of followed the general idea of, you know, rock, sand, charcoal, everything. But you know, we got another house over here, the small one that needs more water, and then this one's going to need more water. This was already, actually, it was really only a temporary kind of deal in my eyes. And it probably still is certainly temporary, because that's not going to be enough water for the property as it goes. But for now, we want to increase the outflow. And really, the only way to do that, my wife had this ladder here so she could look inside, see where the water level was. The only way to do that, to increase the outflow, is to, I'm going to turn this down a little bit, maybe y'all can see this, is one, increase the size of the outflow pipe on this second tank. And the second tank is the one that has fine sand for the most part, and then coarse sand, and then I think I have a little bit of pea gravel down here and some larger river rocks that my wife and her sister went and picked from the river. So the river rocks idea is that it protects the, you know, entrance part to the pipe. And then I try to have that blue net in there to kind of stop some of the pea gravel from going down in there. And then another net over the sand, or to slow the sand down from filtering down. But ultimately, you got water, you got sand, it's going to migrate. So I think what's happening is the flow has been restricted because there's probably some sand built up down here. Maybe I put the pipe too low to the ground. Maybe if I had it up higher, then the sand can settle below it. But either way, would be to, like I say, if I can increase the size here, maybe I'll just even leave this here, and I'll punch a hole in here and do the higher one, and then it'll come out, and it has to push up. Before I had it pushing up. Where did I have it? I think I had it up high, and it wasn't enough of a volume because this pipe was higher, and because it's not enough volume, it didn't have enough power to push the water down and then up, right? So the water filters through here and will percolate back up here into the charcoal tank. And so yeah, I'll probably leave this here, unless I should lower. Should I even make it more low? No, I think I should make it, if I'm increasing the volume, I might wind up making it higher, because you want all this water. Once the water gets to about right here in this tank, this one will be evened out, so I don't, you know, it's not going to push that water up. So that's you know. So yeah, maybe if I raise, no, I don't know, man. The idea is, I mean, clearly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. No. The volume of water is got to be heavy, right? Or it attributes to how heavy the weight is to push that thing down and make it come up there. But it's going to even out. It's like this pipe, I used to have the pipe here that would bleed into this pipe, but then it wasn't really filling that very fast. So I put a second pipe here to prevent this from overflowing. Get all the water in here. So right now, the water fills up here good from the intake. Then it fills up into here good. But then it doesn't fill this quite that fast. So basically my idea was that I'm just going to increase the diameter of the pipe to increase water flow out of this tank and into this tank, and then again out of that tank into the into the line that will take me over to that pipe. So right now, well, I have this pipe left over. Obviously I don't want to buy new stuff if I don't have to, but this pipe is I think this is only a 1-inch. Doesn't say it on there. No. So it's a 1-inch. This is already 3/4. So is 1 inch going to be that much more volume than 3/4? Maybe. I'm looking for a 3/4. Looking for a 3/4 scrap piece I can compare it to. I can't go really big. This is a 2.5, but that'd be too much because it'll wind up, it wouldn't even come out of that volume. It would wind up just trickling out here like this. But I could just use this 1 inch and see, see how much more of a difference the 1 inch does. And if it doesn't, do I want to then make it into a 1.5 inch or a 2 inch? I don't know about 2 inch. That seems like too big too. But maybe the 1.5 or this 1 inch, will suffice. So what I need to do is the tank, the water tank reservoir is good for a couple of days. So if I knock this out and let all the water, the residual water, drain out of it, I should be all right and get it fixed back online, within 24 hours. So that'll, allow time for drying, of course, and then allow time to get the water back up so I don't wind up with no water. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, because it could very well be that the movement of the rocks and the sediment and stuff like that, maybe that's been impaired and it's actually even blocking the 3/4, which it could be, but I guess we'll have to see, because I'm going to let all this water out of here. Alright, man, well, let me get everything in place and we'll get back at you with some smashing and crashing and dashing after that water. Alright, back at you. Alright, so what I figured out I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these, I'll show you down here. I'm going to take the normal, I was, 1 inch. So I thought of, taking this system out and putting the 1 inch system in, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this in here like it is. I'm just going to punch a hole higher for the 1 inch, go straight across over here with the elbow and have the pipe come up. I could punch it in right here above this pipe, but I'm thinking I'm going to put the long pipe in here towards the top to see if when I change it, if the water flow is enough to push it all the way to the top and go in, because I'd rather have it go in like on top of all the charcoal, right, and then filter all the way down, even though it mixes in the charcoal anyway. But you know, the idea is if it's here, it's got to push through the water and raise the water level, which it does, but it takes a long time. And you know, my belief was, and I'm kind of sure of it now, is that the 3/4 inch, with the way that the way I had it set up, you know, the sand in this second tank was bound to find its way down here to that bottom. And normally it wouldn't have a problem. Some of it might go into the third tank, but if you filtered it with the charcoal. But the way this is set up, I had already switched it before, and this pipe here was the pipe that was going, where am I at? This pipe here was the pipe that was going into the tank. And I'm sorry, yeah. And then I switched it, I cut it out and made it, I made this part just an empty pipe, so that the tank would come from over here. So normally this was here, and I had this as an open port to drain this tank. And then I thought, man, it's not doing it, you know. So I switched that over and made this, or made the drain tank straight into there. Then I realized that that water, because I would mix them both. That's right, I was mixing them both to get more water flow. But then I realized that the water, mixing them, it was creating sediment in the tank back there. And so that meant that sediment was coming from the second tank, so the water wasn't that good. So I cut that off again. But now if I turn this on, ideally the water flow should come from here, push itself through here, and out the end of this pipe. And you see, I don't know if you heard that, but this is the end pipe. So that came out of there and pushed through here, and then up this pipe, and it should be overflowing. It's slowly coming out of there. But when I look in the tank, I don't know if you can see that, you know, the tank's got water in it right there. So that water should be pushing through there at a much higher rate, and it should be coming out of this hole. And it's not. I mean, it's trickling, but which tells me that this bottom part right here, or maybe anywhere along that pipe, but my belief is that this bottom part is blocked. And if I had a straight valve on there with a release, I probably could have released it and then poked a hole through there. Then it probably would have done it more. So I'm going to raise the level of exit about, you know, whatever, about 4 inches up, I guess, 4 or 5 inches up, so that the water's cleaner coming out of that pipe and then into this tank, and see if it goes higher. So let me get to that. All right, get back at you with some swinging. And it just so happens that I remembered I had this 1-inch core cement bit from when I first made these, or was first making them. So, and this tank, like I say, has got water up here, you know, so chances are water's gonna come pouring out of here if it breaks by itself. But I'm gonna cut into it as much as I can, and then the last bit I'll probably, because I want it to be a circle still, and then the last bit I'll just pow, hit it with a hammer. Same with this tank. Hopefully it works. It's not the easiest thing to drill into cement. Gotta get it started so you can get a grip. Get on a hammer. Should be hammer? No. Of course, problem is really that, oh wait a minute, I hear water. Well, water coming out of there now. Let me turn this. Maybe this vibration is knocking clear whatever's been clogging it. Wow. Huh. Let's see if that works. Clear the vibration on this one. Oh no, I shouldn't. Well. No. Well, it definitely comes out more, but I think I still need to pop the hole here, leave it higher so that way it doesn't get sediment later. But I don't know if this is going to do it. It starts to cut into that one pretty good in a circle, but here it's too much stone here. This thing is a cement bit, not a stone bit. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to just, boom, pop a rough hole in it. I got the fan going. Pick up my PVC so it doesn't get flooded. And now water's gonna be coming out of here, man. What do you think? Are we ready? You ready to swing a hammer? Punch a hole in that, baby? Where's my hammer? I'd rather make a bigger hole, like at one time make a, well, I mean, obviously if it was the 2 inch or the 1 inch it'd be big enough, but if I made a small hole, that water pressure would come up and shoot across here onto all my tools and shit. We don't want that. Well, it's about all I can do, so let's go ahead and break it, man. Break it. Hopefully it doesn't crack the whole freaking, There you go. And you can see that stuff coming out of there. It's got that orange color to it. Which is all that filtered out, right? It's all Let me show you that. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that right there? One of it is really golden. Look at that stuff. That's from the second tank. This is from the first tank. First tank, the water goes in here, fills up, and then overflows. So this water is actually that water. And it looks clear, but it's got that in it. And so as a result of it filtering through all the sand catches it all and filters it, and basically filters it all out before it comes into this pipe, and then it'll get filtered here to where it's clean water. So when I punch a hole in this thing right here, boom, knock that hole in there, that water should come out clear like this, but this water's still not clear. If I took a glass of that water and set it on the table for 3 days or whatever, it would kind of turn this color. But if I set the glass of water here on the table for 3 days, it would stay that color. Some of this sand, or it looks like a lot of the sand, is coming out with my great idea. What I really hate to do is have to get in there and redo the whole tank, like dig out all the sand and shit. I think I'm alright. The sand, I ain't too worried about it. If push comes to shove, what I'll do is I'll just take more. I'll order more fine sand, which I might need anyway for something. Order a truckload of that, little truck. And put more fine sand in here for the filtering purpose. But yeah, well, I think I can maybe knock out that other one. What do you think? Let me tune you down here. Whoa. Alright, that's right here. Slow. There you go. Whoa, look at that. That doesn't look good. Well, that's black. Oh, that's my charcoal. Can you see that? Initially, the water came out of there. Whoa. That water's clear. Clear as a bucket. Let me see if I can't get a glass. Alright, I got 3 glasses. All the water's already leaking out of here. What? Let's see if I can get it in there. I'll pour it into this one. That way I can get a full glass. Okay, so that's that water. That's that water. This water's already, it looks clear, but it's already got gold color to it. But gotta knock out that cement that I knocked in there from this break. See my net there. My pipe. Oh. See if that's gonna fit. Yep. That'll be alright. That'll be alright. Again, trying to get these pieces of cement out from the break. I could leave them in there, but I don't want them catching into the pipe mouth and wind up, you know, wind up clogging it again. But at this height, hopefully it won't get clogged like that. Whew. Well, that was interesting. So now what I want to do is I want to seal these up. I'll fix this, seal it up, and wait to find out where the best part to punch this hole is on here. In the model that I was following, you know, it was up at the top. I think I put it right behind here. I just didn't think it was flowing fast enough, I guess. But we'll leave it. We'll leave that other one in there too. If anything, I can also use this bottom one now as a, you know, as a flush valve, right? Flush it out. Cut that off now. Let it flush out over there. Yeah. I could probably put some more charcoal in there. All right, well, let me get it situated, and I'm gonna get a little more charcoal ready and a little more sand. I do actually have some fine sand over there still. A little bit, maybe a bucket or two. It's good enough. I'll put maybe a couple buckets of fine sand in here, and you know, maybe half a bag of charcoal in here. I got, you know, all the charcoal I made from before. I got to step on it though and crush it to small pieces. Get that in there. Get the cement mixed, and my pipe cut. I'll probably cut the pipe, glue on my elbows, all that first, and mix the cement and get her in there. All right, let's get back at it. Basically, put the charcoal. I'm just gonna take the charcoal that I made at my charcoal maker. Pour a bunch of it in here, but it's got to be smaller, so I'm gonna and I'll keep doing that until it's as small as I can get it. Then I might just dump it up in here. Maybe do that once or twice. Alright, more later, back at you. Actually, I remembered, instead of just pouring the charcoal in there, because from stepping on it and grinding it, you create a lot of black dust. To ensure a better, you know, quality of charcoal going in, I'm just going to pick it up. I'm actually going to wash it. It's clean water. Wash it a couple times so that I have just, you know, just the charcoal really. Well, that's all right. I'll put it up in here. I might need to actually, you know, once it's in here, I'll probably need to flush. You know, instead of going straight into the tank that we use, kind of let it wash out of there once or twice. Let the fine parts of the charcoal get out of there. I mean, if the this is good wood, it was burned clean, made clean. So, you know, if some of it gets in the water and you drink it, that shouldn't be a problem. Well, I'm finished with that. Now it's just a matter of letting it dry. So the top one I put in right kind of in the dead center of the top ring. These bottom ones, again about the center of the bottom ring. And got that new exit one over here. Although cement's still wet. Now it's just a matter of letting it sit. This one here is almost dry. It's weird. This is the last one. This top one. Whoa. Right there. This top one, the last one I did, the cement's already harder than the others. I might have mixed and put it in there too early. You know, you want to let it activate. I mean, it'll dry like this. It'll just take a long time and it might leak. So we'll have to check that out. We'll let it dry. We'll come back at it. This is my. This is what I did with the water. This is the first tank. This is the second tank with the sand and stuff in it, and third tank with charcoal. These two look quite similar. The glasses aren't that clean, but these two look quite similar. But if you were to look down in here, I know the camera won't do it. When you look down in here, this one has some particles that are like floating, or I should say suspended, and that's what happens when you're running a filter and the filter's not enough. You'll have a certain amount of suspended particles in there. Obviously you want less, right, so you can drink it. For all intentional purposes, that last glass I filled, I should be able to drink that one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for 3 days and see just how much it changes, because what will happen is those any suspended particles will begin to kind of dissolve into the water and discolor the water. And so that second glass should be darker. The third glass should actually stay the same, or maybe be more clear, because some of the charcoal that's in there, maybe being suspended, will settle. Which charcoal in there is a little bit different than what I'm talking about with suspended particles in that second one. anyway, we'll take a look at that. That's it for the water supply fix for today. I'll get the final result in the next video. But I hope you enjoyed that, learned something. Alright, man. Back at you. Thanks for watching. Keep watching.